Yo, what is good, Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family, and welcome back again to another daily Casper Crypto live stream. And we have, like we do every stream, have some very interesting sources to get into for today's stream. While there is still, in my belief, a possibility we see some further corrections in the market in the immediate short term, there's a lot of FOMO that is starting to rally up bit by bit as the days go on. This week is going to be a very, very big one that we will be getting into in a moment in regards to what's coming for crypto and hopefully for Casper as well. We'll have to wait and see. We have some very interesting sources as well regarding the fact that Crypto.com, despite the fact that their page for Casper still has been taken down, they actually have an ad for it on Google, front page, front and center. All of that stuff and much more, and equally some more Kasusdc trading pairs have popped up as well. So things are definitely ramping up. Things are looking more and more bullish. And again, while pullbacks are potentially on the horizon with the incoming FOMC meeting, which with my belief is going to hopefully be a bit dovish, considering how the economy is currently positioned, with inflation being quite low and interest still being very high and the economy stagnating, you'd like to think that they start considering cutting rates. But we'll have to wait and see ultimately. The FOMC meeting will be a very, very big indicator for how we are going to be behaving going into June and July. Of course, we are seeing Bitcoin now at $105,852, which is good to see. Again, making that nice recovery after the whole fight between Trump and Elon, which seems to have come to some form of conclusive end now. And the M2 supply does suggest that right now we should be seeing this push upwards happening very, very shortly, imminently, maybe this week. Again, not 100% correlation, but a good indicator. So maybe this week will be a big one again. Get into all of that and more throughout this stream. So if you enjoy the daily content, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. And also, if you want to be more tuned into crypto and Casper, check out the free server, Discord server. We just chill, chat, and learn more about crypto, Casper, the lot. Equally, I've got my VIP group where we're learning about this stuff as well in even more in-depth information regarding providing some extra trades to make money on the side, alongside educational videos, weekly private live streams, and also alpha information where we're looking at what the smart money are looking at so we can get ahead of the retail market, knowing what is coming. And shameless plug, I'm doing it, but I've got to do it equally. If you want to also get ahead of the game to add some of these trades as well, you can check out my affiliate link down below in the description. Equally on screen right now, to go through the free server, you can check out the BYDFI affiliate link. Follow the steps here to get full access to VIP channels. Sign to BYDFI using the link to put out $100 into the account. Verify your BYDFI account with the UID here, and you'll not only get permanent VIP access to the BYDFI channel, so getting you trades for what they're doing, which have been very profitable so far. I've made quite a lot of money so far since working with them for the last week. It's only been a week or so, I believe, that I've started doing this. Equally, you get a 1 month free trial as opposed to the 1 week to the Coin Factory executives as well, all the extra channels as well. So if you want to find out a lot more, then again, all links down below in the description and also on my homepage here as well. With that being said, let's get into the questions and then into the content, shall we? So that being said, welcome back everybody. DC Evening, nobody first. Welcome back, bro. You're doing very, very well. Cryptony first. Apparently you just missed out, my man. Don't know how that happened, but either way, second is still not bad. Welcome back, bro. You're doing very, very well, my man. I was first. I've been screwed by the thing because I was first. I mean, either way, you're both first. Apparently Mr. Master's first and he's normally 20th, so you could be first. Rate cuts, yes. Rate cuts, in my personal belief, again, hopefully I'm wrong. I'd love to see it happening this month in the next meeting, which is in 11 days time. Chances of that happening are very slim right now, just because Jerome Powell has not really changed his stance at all. We've been hearing Trump getting more aggravated, saying we need a new chair. He wants a 100 basis point rate cut, which is a 1 percentile pullback. I mean, to be fair, I agree, but not in one go. I think if we got a 1 percentile rate cut in one go, that actually would be more, in at least in the immediate short term, be more bearish, because that's an indicator that the Fed completely screwed up, and so they started cutting rates, gradually, as opposed to doing it in one big chunk. So we'll have to see how the Fed meeting comes up in 11 days. I'm anticipating nothing. I'm hoping for it to be somewhat dovish, meaning that they're going to hopefully be looking to ease monetary policies, therefore starting to cut rates soon. Right now, community sentiment says it's going to be happening more so in August or September, maybe July, but unlikely. We'll have to wait and see ultimately and see how the crypto market is behaving following regulatory frameworks that are going to be implemented in the hopefully next couple of weeks or so. In fact, we'll get into that in this stream as well. The long, hard shaft of Miles. I mean, yeah, where's that man? Welcome back, Andy, bro. Doing very, very well. 31 more caps a day. Love to hear, brother. Keep stacking that bag, indeed. Dimas, my man. Welcome back to you too. Hello. You tell you're on a wedding. Yeah, I'm going to be at a wedding next weekend. So right now it is obviously Saturday. Next weekend, from the Friday throughout to the Sunday, I will be driving down to the wedding, having the wedding on the Saturday. Well, attending my friend's wedding on the Saturday and then getting back on the Sunday. So there's a possibility, although truth be told, a very, very slim possibility that I can stream on Sunday. But again, it's very slim. More than likely, there's going to be no streaming and no content from Friday through to Sunday. So I do apologize for there being a 3-day break. But, you know, it's a wedding, it's friends, it's family. And I'm praying for my sake more so than anything else that you don't leave me all, or you don't leave me and equally nothing big happens in those 3 days. So when I come back, you know, I'm not missed out on anything. Or at least if it happens on the Sunday, then I can just announce the big announcements then on the Monday when I start streaming. We moon yet? Not yet Wing Hong, but hopefully in due time. But yeah, hopefully we're about to blast off very, very soon. Rate cut 1 point. Yeah, that's what Donald Trump wants, but I doubt that. Again, Trump's, you know, being very, very vocal about his desires and wants and what he wants Jerome Powell to do. And Jerome Powell's not intimidated by Trump in the slightest. You know, Donald Trump is trying to get a new Fed chair, and now he's talking about he's going to be looking for a new Fed chair now and announcing it very soon. That's all well and good, but there's physically nothing that Donald Trump can do to remove or forcibly remove Jerome Powell from the office. The only thing that could potentially happen is if there is feasible proof that Jerome Powell has been neglecting his duties as the Fed chair and his whole, you know, role is to prevent America from going into a recession. If he somehow evidence comes out that he is, you know, not withhold that promise that he has as the Fed chair, then Trump might be able to do something then. Might being the key word, but even then chances are extremely slim. We have to wait till May 2026 before that to happen. Trump's mainly just venting frustration at this point. Is it possible Casper will be under 10 cents going into September until the Fed issues a rate cut? Considering that we've already seen Casper blow a past 13 cents, and considering that the likelihood of us seeing smart contracts and then mainnet launch for Casplex, and then, you know, by September being into Q3, we probably see IGRA start releasing stuff as well. I'm skeptical we'll see, we might see Casper come back below 10 cents, you know, maybe a correction in that regard. Maybe being the key word. Although, again, if you're looking at the M2 supply, again, not silver bullet, I need to constantly reiterate that so no one thinks I'm using it religiously as my indicator, sole one, but as an indicator to use, the M2 suggests by September, we'll be looking at maybe 130k Bitcoin. Chance of Casper being below 10 cents at that point for me is small. Not impossible, but small. Of course, nothing's impossible. But considering that in the next 3 months, we'll see mainnet, Casplex, Layer 2, smart contracts, likely IGRA coming out with some stuff, potentially stablecoins on Casper as well. And potentially a lot more, maybe some tier 1s, who knows? Again, honestly, the Casper has everything to gain. Whereas a lot of other projects in this space kind of have everything already built and then just need adoption. Casper has everything to gain still. It has so much. Casper, and I'm going to get in effect this post here. T. Kala, shout out to you. Imagine being a top 50 coin for 2 years without anything. Casper's ecosystem is just starting, so just imagine what happens now with adoption soon to be coming our way. Now, is top 10 possible this cycle? I'm not saying that. Maybe, who knows? But I do want to reiterate that, again, Casper's sitting at 39 right now on CMC. 39, volume's criminally low. 32.6 million volume is terrible for Casper. One of the lowest I've seen in a very, very long time. 2.3 bill market cap. Very, very, underperforming in that regard, in that sense. But it's here with still no tier 1, still no smart contracts released just yet, still no stablecoins natively on Casper just yet. It's still got so much more room for growth as opposed to every other project in this space. So when those things come out, and spoiler alert, most are coming out this cycle in the next few months, just think about the sort of FOMO that could drive for Casper, potentially. Have to keep reiterating that, of course. So you can see the volume right now. I mean, thank the Lord, Bit gets volumes extremely high. 19%, the highest I've seen, but is actually the number 1 volume, which is fantastic. Problem being, the volume sucks. That's honestly the worst I've seen Casper volume in a very long time. It's quite disheartening. So there's not a lot of trading going on with Casper right now, but maybe that's because, again, all the trading right now for Casper being done natively on the test nets. Again, I can't attest for exactly why. But it doesn't mean that Casper is, again, a bad project by any means. Not in the slightest. Again, we can see from Casper Daily, the bullish sentiment on CMC has now surged to 94%, reflecting growing optimism from the Casper community. This comes as medium and long-term holders hit all-time highs, showing that more users are choosing to hold rather than trade. So, of course, for Tier 1 to be incentivized to list Casper, we do need to see volume. That is one big factor. So we will need to see some trading taking place. I do trade, not Casper. Maybe that's partly my fault as well, but I don't trade Casper, but I do trade, of course. But if you see more trading taking place, which I'm sure will happen more and more when Casper starts to make that rally upwards in the upcoming, I want to say, month or two, maybe even sooner, who knows. You'll likely see Tier 1s also take note of that as well and change their business strategy. But we are seeing, despite the volume being lackluster, which can be frustrating right now, we are seeing, again, the long-term holders continue to just hold on for dear life, hodl the Casper bag. They're not selling. They're reaching all-time highs. If I go to Caspalytics right now, and I show you the long-term holders right now, go to inactive supply, 3 months. We can see here, inactive supply right now at 3 months, all-time highs. 6 months, all-time highs. 1 year, all-time highs. 2, 3, all of the metrics, all of the figures for how long people have been holding are at all-time high. People are just choosing a hodl strategy for Casper right now. And I'm sure with the smart contracts coming out soon, that will probably change to actively trading but natively on the Casper platform as opposed to going on exchanges, because for the most part, as we normally don't trust exchanges. But I think, again, for me, I don't trust exchanges that have too much restrictions in a sense. Obviously, I'm working with BYDFI, and I think BYDFI is a very good exchange. No KYC, no VPN. They're very trustworthy. I've had no problems with them so far, and I've, again, been using them for trading for the last, I signed up with them about a month ago, and I've been trading with them very actively the last 2 weeks. Started a little bit a week before that as well, and again, it's been very, very good so far. Again, I have an ongoing trade right now with a peer now, I think about 80% up, and it's still got chances to go up a lot higher, I'm hoping. So again, BYDFI affiliate links are below the description. If you choose to sign up to the affiliate link, alongside other benefits you get, you also get a 17% discount on all trades through my affiliate link, a VIP2 account. So again, a lot more to find out, link down below in the description, and also my Discord server as well, the sign up page there as well. But yeah, what we're seeing right now, again, to long tangent, going back to your question, Paul, I think the chance of that is actually very small. I think the chance of Casper going down to 10 cents in September is very small. I'm suspecting that by September, hopefully Casper will be above its all-time high at that point. Because again, for what's coming up for Casper in the upcoming months and where Bitcoin should hopefully be by September as well, it leaves me more optimistic than we'll see it at 10 cents. If we see it at 10 cents, then I am going to be with the, and again, that's my copium probably coming in, my hopium, but if you see Casper around 10 cents by September, there is zero doubt in my mind that we're going to see a blow-off like Solana did in its first cycle for Casper. We saw Casper, or Solana there, do nothing until August time, and then jump massively in 3 months, 8x in value, or in AVAX's case, where AVAX jumped 15x in value from $2 to $30 billion market cap in the span of 4 months from August to December. If you see Casper do nothing till September, that's what I'm anticipating with Casper personally. Because for me, I think Casper's still going to do exceptionally well and will surprise people because, again, it's got all to lose. Casplex Layer 2 testing is continued to smoothly running, adding to the momentum and fueling hopes of broader scalability and ecosystem growth. Strong hands, solid tech progress is Casper quietly setting up for the next leg. I think it's a possibility, and that's also based on this stuff here as well. Casper Life makes a post here talk about the fact he's a software engineer, or a software engineer even, who, basically just said he finally understands Casper. It's amazing. And then you got this individual here saying it's reassuring to know that there are others who see Casper for the computer science breakthrough it is. I had the very same feeling years ago when I first discovered Bitcoin. Lost sleep, didn't eat, did the same with Casper, but it was more profound. Years ago, I was a patent examiner for the United States government, so recognizing novel tech was what I did. When I saw Casper, it clicked, and I said, oh my days, this isn't just money, but a new network. It's not an innovation, it's a structural discovery, a new kind of system. And Paul Van Son, the KII chairman, with a lot of very deep connections and ties to the likes of Shell, DHL, Hyundai, PwC, you name it. Says you got it. Casper, in my honest opinion, is a member of the global family of great breakthrough innovations like the wheel, money, and steam engines, electrical power, the computer, iPhone, and Bitcoin. Casper is in that same pedestal. It's the evolution of Bitcoin. Now, of course, that's what we believe as Casper holders. Many fade Casper. Many don't choose to like Casper because all they see is this. All they see is this, and all they see is the volume. Which, don't get me wrong, they are critical factors to look at for most crypto projects. You look at the volume, you look at the price. You look at the price. Casper's done nothing since August, technically speaking, or people will argue it's done nothing since November 23. Technically speaking, it's August because that's when it started coming down. So nothing for about, 9 months, give or take now. And the volume's extremely low, so that's not reassuring, of course. But when you understand that Casper is where it's at right now, purely based on the community, and the fact that it's got it's not like every other project in this space that has so much more about to come to, or every other project in this space that has kind of the final product already made. Look at Solana, look at XRP, look at Ethereum. Despite Ethereum going through some changes, it's not going to really do much for it. All these other projects that have kind of reached their so-called final form. And there isn't really much innovation they can kind of do from there. Casper is barely 10% in regards to incoming listings, incoming developments, looking at stablecoins, looking at smart contracts, looking at the DAG Knight. And then in my belief, soon you'll probably see the developers of Casper some end up looking towards how to make Casper fully quantum resistant as well. If anyone's going to do it, it would be the Casper team in my belief. You've got people like Son Polinsky, you've got Hans all there, you've got Michael Sutton. I would like to believe that, Shai's area of expertise is quantum computing, so maybe he would come back to help provide some additional insight on that matter at a later date. I do think there's a possibility Shai comes back, but that's maybe just me hoping, and people may not share my sentiment, but that's just me. Either way, Casper's where it's at right now with the lack of adoption with all to gain. And people are realizing that people who are, professionals in their own respective fields are realizing that with Casper. So that's why I choose to ignore the crypto bros and the fuzzers who are saying Casper's terrible, it sucks, look at the price action. If all you care about is price action, then go to memes. I'm not here for price action alone. I have my price action projects. I have my SUI, my XRP, my SAY. All that I think will do very well and are good infrastructures, but they're more so for me making the pumps this cycle. Will I hold it after the cycle? Unlikely. Casper's the one that I see the longevity growth like Bitcoin has, if not more than that. That being said, that was a very long answer to your question and a bit of a tangent. I'm going to a bit more of the questions right now. I'm sure I've missed a lot of questions here already as well. In fact, I can see it already. So I'll get into that after a few more posts here. So one of the comments or one of the headlines here is, again, the multiple new USDC trading pairs. We can see, of course, we had yesterday KuCoin. We know Bybit has been there, Mexi, CoinEx. Then we also can now see we've got the likes of Bitmarts, non-KYC, and also B2Z Exchange. Of course, these are the ones we talked about yesterday, and equally, shout out to Joe King, who's a part of my VIP group, and equally part of the Discord server as well, who let us know that also Pionex has a USDC trading pair for Casper as well. So we're seeing, while again, some of them might be around for a while, and us knowing that USDC and Casper are talking in New York, if not already, they're talking next week, which is going to be a big thing as well. Evidently, USDC and Casper are getting cozier, and we'll likely see some big things coming as a result of it very, very soon. And also, interestingly, Hoover, highlighted here, very suspicious from Crypto.com to pay, because in this stuff here, the advertisement up here is a paid thing, to pay Google to appear at the top of the search results for Casper. Now that's very interesting. Why? Because it's even more suspicious that they created a landing page for how to buy Casper, or this is the Casper pricing. No, it's not how to buy Casper, it's the Casper price, right? Casper price here. But it's very interesting how a while back, about, I think it was the beginning of May, about 5th of May or so, Crypto.com created a website, a page on how to buy Casper. You can see it here, how to buy Casper. However, as you're going to see now, I'm going to click the link, and it sends you instead to how to buy Bitcoin. Beforehand, because those who watched my stream and saw my videos, you saw it did say how to buy Casper. It used to be that. Now it's changed. Reasons unbeknownst to us. It's changed. Now it says Bitcoin. Even you go down here, you can see all the assets of how to buy here. You got AAVE, you got Bitcoin Cash, you got Aptos, you got Virtuals, you got Arbitrum, you got AVAX, You're everything down here, but Casper is not here. It was there. It's not there now. Why? We just don't know. But it is interesting, once more, to see that Crypto.com are actively paying Google to showcase Casper price charts. They're number one an ad on Google for showcasing the Casper price chart, and they had a page for it on how to buy it, and they've removed it for the time being. So with this sort of stuff, and also us knowing that a similar thing happened with OKX, I'm very happy I did make a thread myself on this so I can find it easily. We had this OKX how to buy Casper a while back that was launched and then delisted or removed, and now, unless it's changed again, it has been re-uploaded again on how to buy Casper all the way down here on OKX as well. So while we have seen leaks from OKX, very minimal from OKX truth be told, and many from Binance, and very minimal from Crypto.com as well, there's no doubting that these tier ones know of Casper. There's no doubting they will be listing Casper this cycle, I believe, because they're already creating the landing pages for how to buy it on their platforms. We know from Wolfie, Casper Hype Man, shout out to him as well, who did confirm when answering questions from the community that the likes of Binance and OKX have already integrated Casper onto their platforms and have done so for a while now, I think over a year now. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The fact that we're seeing this stuff happening, though, is interesting. And again, maybe they're trying to, slowly but surely build that hype up again for the imminent release of these smart contracts, Casplex and then IGRA coming out later on, probably in Q3. They're still on the DevNet right now. Probably see a public testnet coming out in Q3 and Casplex fully mainnet launch by the end of this quarter, by the end of the month. So again, things are rallying up, and I'm going to just post a little bit later on as well, the Casplex ZK EVM, ultimately what it is and why it's a big deal, and I guess try to offer some form of clarification, because I think, don't get me wrong, it's not going to answer all the questions, but still a lot of confusion surrounding the nature of Casplex and the smart contracts. And I mean, the main confusion comes from the difference between IGRA and Casplex and Sparkle, which has still not been answered, but this will give some clarification, hopefully, of what at least they're trying to build themselves. But before I do that, let's get into some of the questions again real quickly. What's up, Packard bro? I have seen a lot of people scared that a Bitcoin double top on today's YouTube. Yeah, if I'm honest, and again, I'm not saying it's not impossible, we may see a pullback. I think people who are saying double top, my personal belief, and again, I could very well be wrong, who knows, this is somewhat similar to the last cycle, somewhat in regard to the pattern here. But the difference with that was a 55% correction. This was only a 30%, And equally, the reason why I think it's not the case, in my belief, personal belief, not financial advice, I think the YouTubers are trying to do that for clicks, to maybe drive some bit of fear, some FUD. Because the way I see it is, how can we be at a double top here, although arguably that's actually a triple top? How could we be at a double triple top here when we still haven't got stablecoin regulations out yet? That is the only real reason. And there's many reasons I can give. The M2 supply, the regulatory frameworks, the fact that loads of crypto companies now are forming IPOs. There's so much I can give, but that's the only one I need to give. The fact that we haven't got regulation in America just yet, and that in itself is going to allow the TradFi financial institutions with trillions of dollars of capital to actually have the green light to start hedging into crypto, to using stablecoins for transactions, to we haven't got ETFs for anything besides Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. We're going to get XRP, Solana, Sui, and many more. Maybe Casper. Again, we'll have to wait to see for that. The fact we haven't got those catalysts yet that are going to be coming out, majority of them this year. Some of them may not till 2026. That for me is why I believe that Bitcoin has not double topped. That's why I have not got any doubt that we are still going to go up higher. But again, people will say what they will do. We're playing reaction to the markets right now. If I do also load up another indicator that I've not used in quite some time actually, which I am going to load up real quickly as well. It's the useful websites. It's the CBBI, which is, again, it's one other indicator that I do use, because it's indicator here actually is the Bitcoin index utilizing advanced real-time analysis of 9 metrics to help better understand what stage of the bull run, Bitcoin bull run and bear cycles we are in. Again, it's not the silver bullet, but it's a good indicator, right? And we can see very clearly from this that we're at 77, which therefore suggests that, Bitcoin tends to have its top when we're at 90. We had here in the last cycle we had a 95, 100 top in a CBBI confidence, meaning that we were near the peak. We saw Bitcoin come down, and then we had a double top here at 80. But if you look at it comparatively again, we had our top here. We had 80%, or 80 CBBI, 82 CBBI. Again, we had 83 here at the slightly higher top. Now we're at another top again, and it's at 70. It's at lower, as it should be, but we haven't even surpassed 90s yet. When we get above 90, then I might be a bit like, oh, maybe we're actually getting to a double top type thing, or maybe the cycle starts to get a bit overheated, start to pull back. We are not there yet, in my belief. Again, unless something unexpected happens, like a recession or war confirmation, those are the only things right now that I think will stop this market from properly taking off. This is just noise, right? People who think this is also an end of anything, it's just noise. Trump apparently saying his relationship with Elon Musk has come to an end, calling him a big Trump drug addict. Again, is that the case? Is that really true, or is he just saying it for the press? I don't know. Equally, if I'm honest and I'm frank, I don't really care. It's just noise for me, but that could drive markets and sentiment. Either way, it's been and done, it's gone. And I am not worried about Bitcoin reaching this so-called double top or triple top. I think we still have a lot more room to run. And Casper is in no different position right now. Currently up 3.71% on the daily time frame, 8.8 cents in value. Also, again, looking at this golden fib retracement, the golden pocket here, we're still within it right now. Again, we may see pullbacks in the immediate short term. We have to wait and see. But Casper, so for the time being, has held 8 cents very, very nicely, which is great to see. And if we can rebound off here, fantastic news. I know that Wallet 2, according to and Andy, if you are watching still, if you could please do your magic and find out what their average are Wallet 2 right now, that'd be fantastic. But I did see from Crypto Proselyte, he said apparently it's like 12.26 cents right now. So if that's the case, therefore, this average comes down to here, meaning therefore that once we surpass there, Wallet 2 will be at a net positive of Casper, and that potentially could be, if it is a tier 1 listing, if it's Binance, maybe the indicator for them to start changing their business strategy to look at listing Casper, a spot listing. But how long we have left, nobody knows. I have VIP information, again, the stuff that I share to my VIPs here, a lot more in-depth information that suggests that's a possibility, a strong one at that this cycle will probably keep going till Q4 potentially, if not even into 2026. And if you want to find out exactly why, again, links are down below in the description. 7-day free trial equally. Again, if you sign up to the BYDFI affiliate link in the Discord server and follow the steps, you can get a 1 month free trial of this as well. Getting you extra information for what's happening as well. I'll be having my VIP live stream tomorrow as well, so people are going to find out more there as well. All links down below in the description. Go check it out. Next level cash, welcome back, bro. You're doing very, very well. New day and happy to be here. Bullish on everyone here, as you should be, bro. Welcome back, my man. Kipper chart looks like a sad, droopy, I'm not saying that word, looking deeply unpromising in the short term. I mean, depends how you look at it. I think nothing wrong with Capital right now. If you look at it right now, it looks, a bit, I guess a bit underwhelming. But again, take a little bit of a further step back out and look on the weekly, as Cryptony highlighted as well. We're still forming that bullish structure, higher lows and higher highs. So if we start proving up here, then I think we're golden. I think we're golden right now. I'm still not, again, but you know me, I'm always the optimist. I don't try to spread FOMO or, I always will highlight if it's something speculation. Again, most stuff I have, that is speculation, but right now Casper is still in a bullish structure in the long-term side of things. And even now, while it has technically formed a lower low here on the daily, it's still held strong at 8 cents, which is a critical level of support for Casper, and provided Bitcoin does not come down, which again is possible, but if it does not come down, Casper's more than likely going to start making this push upwards again, following, again, stablecoins soon to be coming out, smart contracts soon to be coming out, all that sort of stuff as well. So, me being the optimist again, I'm not too worried about Casper, and the FUD for the most part for Casper right now has calmed down. So, I think right now it's just room for developments, really. Welcome back to Miles, bro. You're doing very well, brother. I hope we have 2 bullish months for alts. I reckon we will. We'll have a good alt season this cycle when it happens, whenever it happens. Congrats on your wedding. It's not my wedding, Ming Hong, but thank you. It's just a mate's wedding of mine that I'll be going to next week. Been mates with him since I was 11 years old, I think, give or take. And if one of those schoolmates that I wasn't really that close with, and then I got really close to him like in in when I was like 15 or so. So 4 years later, I knew of him. Then I got friends with him 15, and then been friends for years and years and years on that. So yeah, long time coming. He's been with his missus for I think 10 years now. So again, also a long time coming. So pleasure to be there. Looking forward to it. What did I miss? Talking behind my back. Always, man. Always talking behind your back. Have to do it. $2 Casper by November. November, that puts us right now at, 5 months from now? June, July, August, September, October, November. 5-6 months, because we're at the beginning of June right now. Tough to say. You're asking, therefore, for a $52 billion market cap of Casper in 5 months when it hasn't really moved for a while. Of course, we're going to see a lot of big developments taking place in the next, months or two. Well, I say month or two. Throughout this, from the second half of this year, pretty much, through the end of the cycle, and even then some, you'll see continuous developments for Casper. So you'll see a lot more stuff coming through and more adoption as well. $2 Casper, I don't think is unreasonable to believe in. Is a 52 bill market cap also a possibility? I don't think it's impossible. Is it possible by November? We'll have to wait and see, because again, there's nothing confirming that November's going to be the market top. Last cycle was November, cycle before that was December. This cycle might be earlier or might be later. Right now, I'm still trying to decide where I believe it's going to be, but again, VIP institutional sentiment suggests it may be a bit longer. Who knows? Don't forget to prepare a PowerPoint and at the wedding take a microphone to explain everybody about the beautiful Casper is. I mean, that would be insane, but if I did that, my mate would just kind of look at me like a madman. His spouse, his fiance, she would kill me. I'm also friends with her, so that's fine. But because I'm friends with her, I know she would kill me if I did that. So I might just get a little a group huddle. I might just go around to each table of the friends and family, just say, "Have you heard about Casper? I'm telling you, it's the next big thing." I'll go Buffalo, bro. You're doing very, very well, my man. Get on your stream. The first thing I see is Crypto talking about my. Right, let's move on quickly. Casper 10x is nothing for Casper. I mean, that's only 80 cents right now, or 88 cents right now. So yeah, that is, truth be told, I think quite reasonable. What I'm hearing is crypto's getting that. No, I wish. I'm happily, may I add, I'm happily single. Like, I'm just doing my work, living my life, doing my work. One day I will, I'm sure. And when I do, you will be the people to know, of course. You'll be on that journey with me. But no, I mean, right now I'm just going to a wedding. Why isn't everybody around the world buying up Casper? Because they are unaware of the project, or they are too hard focused on these metrics like volume and market cap and TVL, all things that Casper does not really have as a fair launch proof of work with no pre-allocations and that sort of stuff. So people have been coded to look at crypto projects in a certain matter, and because Casper is so fundamentally different, but also how crypto should have been with Bitcoin. People view Bitcoin in its own category, pretty much, and everything else is viewed in one other crypto category of how you should view a project regarding, market cap, how the price is acting, the volume, and also TVL. All things that Casper does not really have in the same sense. It's in the same Bitcoin bracket, but no one views it that way. That's why no one's buying Casper. But soon enough, in fact, there is going to be an event with the community, which I will partake in. Although I'm going to be getting back home. I've got my VIP, again, Patreon roundtable taking place on that Sunday around these sort of hours. So we'll have to see if I can get it done. But I will be joining the K-Force and scooping up $5 for the Casper. I won't do it every time, but I'm going to do it this time as well because I missed the first one, and I feel like I should do. I'll buy $5 worth of Casper this time round as well, just to join the community sentiment of trying to get Casper, just to bump it up a little bit more as well, come together, if you will. And that, again, it's DCAing at the same time as well, and I'm not going to say no to buying more Casper in the day, am I? 10x is starting to feel like a pipe dream this cycle. The entire alt market is performing dreadfully, and that's again without regulatory frameworks, without ETFs coming through, all factors that again will come through later on. Again, if you look at the last cycle once more, nothing moved till August pretty much. August. We are in June. We've got 2 months therefore. So again, we've got time, we've got room to move in my belief. I'm not worried. We don't need volume, we need price. As more people hold and know what they have, the volume will not budge. This is bullish, but not a bad sign of exchanges that want to distribute the profit. Yes and no. We do need price. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And people who know what they hold will understand that Casper is something you should be holding on for dear life, and it's a cold storage type thing. Although again, if you want Casper to really, really thrive, you do need to partake in the ecosystem as well, regarding on Casplex or IGRA or Project Sparkle's layer 1.5, layer 2. You should be I'm going to partake in that because I want to help the Casper ecosystem kind of thrive more and more and get involved with it. Of course, make sure I don't partake in any open source projects that are scams, because there will be some coming up for Casper. Well, people who try to take advantage of Casper and the holders, to be careful of that, of course. But the volume is a good indicator. I mean, yes, you're right. Again, exchanges will realize what Casper is and they'll list it anyways. But if they see high volume for Casper, that'll be a bigger incentive for them to list the project. So I agree we need price. I think volume's also important for getting the listing side of things, but the listings will come regardless. And I will be, contributing to Casper volume in regards to the actual native smart contract platform, on the Casper network, when that's fully available, the DEX when it's fully available, the DeFi when it's fully available. I don't trade Casper because I don't feel the need to. I don't want to. It's also not the easiest asset to predict. Everything I can trade GOAT a lot easier. I can trade Ethereum a lot easier. I can trade XRP a lot easier. Casper's a bit more of a red herring right now in that regard. But at the same time, if I was to open a long from Casper at 8 cents and just, with a stop loss at 5 cents and just keep it going up, I'm convinced I will cash out big. That's my belief. I'm not telling you to do that. Do your own research, please. Just more Casper. Love to hear that, Adam Bates, bro. You're doing very, very well, brother, and welcome back. Keep stacking that back. Hope you're going to partake in this event tomorrow as well. $5 Casper. I am not marrying. No, that's never happening. How you going to get price without increased buying volume? I mean, the volume is normally an indicator of activity on the, with buying Casper, but more so also with trading as well. You can, have lackluster volume, but have a higher price. You can look at loads of projects in the space right now that has, volume for AVAX is 288 million, which is, again, it's bigger than Casper, but it's quite bigger than Casper actually, but it's like, let's use a better example actually, because there are definitely projects out there I can find right now where the volume is actually lackluster. What could I choose? I could choose maybe Sui, maybe unlikely for Sui though. Stellar, I mean, the price I guess is not that high, but the markup's high. Markup's important, I guess. Yeah, so Sui's volume is very high, so I won't choose Sui. XLM, 77 million volume. XLM volume is extremely low. That's, not much better than Casper. That's got an 8 billion market cap. So that's quite a big price is only at 26 cents, but market cap's what really matters. Market cap's the actual, all the price means is the market cap divided by the circulating supply. So it's got a high market cap, got a higher price, and the volume's low. So again, it doesn't need to be necessarily high volume for high price. Should I take out a loan to buy Casper? You do what you want, Wing Hong. I'm not giving you financial advice about that. It's a risk, a big risk at that. So you do it. Make sure you're convinced of what you're buying. That being said, let's get to more of the questions real quickly. Before I get to more, we'll get to more the post before I get to more of the questions real quickly. We've got the next one here again, the Casper class. Shout out to you. Casplex ZK EVM, the smart contract engine supercharging Casper. Ultimately, the Casper block DAG offers blazing speed, scalability, and security. We know that already, but it lacks smart contract functionality. That's where Casplex ZK EVM comes in, a zero-knowledge layer 2, turning Casper into a programmable powerhouse. Ultimately, the Casper layer 1.5 element becomes because you're going to be able to launch you're going to be able to have these layer 2s that are going to be working natively on Casper and launch smart contracts, therefore basically meaning that Casper themselves are going to be releasing smart contracts. So it's a ZK rollup based layer 2 on Casper, fully EVM compatible, Solidity ready, built for dApps, DeFi, DAOs, NFTs and more, runs fast and reliable computation, post ZK proofs for Casper for validation. So why ZK? Well, near instant finality, cost efficient execution, high security, and Ethereum compatibility, which is the big factor because Ethereum's ecosystem is the biggest one in the space, giving Casper therefore more adoption. It's the most advanced layer 2 architecture, and Casplex is delivering it to Casper. You'll have IGRA coming out later and then Sparkle as well. So you can get all these elements coming with Casper as well. Smart contracts, dApp, DeFi, NFT, DAOs, and much more. Casplex also supports KYC 20 and the NFTs KYC 721 via standards, via inscriptions, layer 1 inscriptions. The testnet's now live. Hopefully the mainnet will be out soon enough as well. And the idea of ZK Ether means that Ethereum devs can come to Casper. There'll be more use cases for Casper as well. The network fees will go to the miners. So miners therefore can make money as opposed to just getting it from Casper. They can get money from mining the transactions from the Casplex stuff. They'll be interoperable with DeFi, NFT protocols, and it's going to continue growing the community and the ecosystem as well. So it's a very, very good factor, and we'll see hopefully a lot more coming through in due time as well, which is, again, what we're looking forward to all in all. What's coming to Casper is going to be a very, very big deal. And, we're seeing other projects and initiatives taking the initiative to build more and more. ZellaSwap, again, being the current front runner, I guess, in regard to building their AMM-based DEX on the Casper ecosystem with Casplex and also with IGRA as well. But right now, they're on the test net for Casplex. The beta 6 is now live. So, they're enhancing elements, making it better as well, which is good to see. A question asked is, will be able to do cross-chain swaps. So, for example, Casper USDT to Sol Ethereum. ZellaSwap swap says not yet, but once IGRA is live, you'll be able to seamlessly switch between Casplex and IGRA, which is, again, a good factor. So, despite they're going to be competing platforms, Casplex and IGRA, there'll be interoperability between the two, and you'll see Casper be able to connect to Ethereum chains, Solana chains, Sui chains, and so on and so forth in the future to be as well. Which is, again, the big factor for a crypto thriving is its interoperability, its ability to connect to other networks, so it can bridge everything together, and that'll also let Casper become the central hub for everything as well. So it's a very big deal, very, very important. Again, always do your own research into projects. I haven't used ZellaSwap yet. I probably plan to, although, again, my current platform of choice regarding, KRC 20 and stuff like that, and Casper stuff has been Cryptocom. I prefer them right now. I might try ZellaSwaps at some point. I'm not trying to bring further ZellaSwaps. I'm sure they're a good project. I haven't looked into them though. That's my own due diligence I've not done, so make sure you do your own. I'll look into it myself. But, so far there hasn't been anything that has caused any worries for me about Zella. The only thing that people were worried about was their pre-sale Zeal token. Other than that, it's seemed to be a pretty solid project. I haven't heard anything too negative about them right now, so obviously if I do, I'll let people know. And again, yes, the Casper community incentive here to buy up some Casper tomorrow. Other news as well, also quite important, which is, worth covering. The world government is issuing more debt than ever. Global sovereign bond issuance hit a record 18 trillion in 2024. 16 trillion of debt was issued by developed companies and 2 trillion by emerging market economies. World government bond issuance has nearly doubled since 2019, which is very bad. Over the last 5 years, the government has issued more debt than in the 8 years before the 2020 pandemic. That's insane. Absolutely nuts. Historically high public spending on social programs and defense, new tax and spending policies, as well as elevated interest rates have been behind this massive surge. It's unsustainable. It's not very good. Now, the reason why it's bad, but also why I'm not too concerned again, because you're going to see debt able to be tokenized on blockchain. So that's not going to eliminate the debt. Basically, it means the debt's going to partake in the ecosystem as well, bring more value in a sense to the ecosystem. So it's not like a sort of an eraser, a magic eraser that completely wipes all the debt out. But it does give it more benefits, which is a big factor as well. That's why also, the politicians right now, for the most part, they are very, very eager to push out these regulatory frameworks. You've still got a lot of combativeness with many Democrats still trying to, fight against the bill because they don't like Trump. And they see it as a way for him to take advantage of the market more so. And equally, the Fed also seems to be having a bit of a headwinds as well. A bit of a headway, if you will. But for the most part, you're seeing more and more bipartisan support of this bill. So we're going to see this bill, I think, come to the Senate floor again, I think, in 2 weeks. I think. So we're on Saturday right now, so not next, maybe the week after that we'll see it come through, which should be really good. We also got, again, the Market Clarity Act as well, so another bill coming through. So you've got the Clarity Act, you've got the Stablecoin Bill, both coming through that are going to be very, very big indicators for institutional adoption and governments to be able to actually take part in crypto, stablecoins as well, which is big. That's going to be happening in 3 days' time, Tuesday, June 10th at 10 a.m. EST, alongside a handful of other bills as well. So again, really, really good stuff to see. And what's also important to note, again, is the impactfulness of stablecoins, why stablecoins come to Casper will be. I think Casper, right now, if they want to do really, really well, their sole focus should really be on getting stablecoins on Casper ASAP. It's going to be huge. Stablecoins are going to be a massive market. Visa have officially confirmed they're going to accelerate stablecoin adoption. They announced it 2 days ago. They're going to accelerate stablecoin adoption here, which is a very, very big deal. So they're actively taking more part in accelerating stablecoin adoption ahead of the stablecoin bills coming out. Coincidence? I don't think so. Also got the likes of Deutsche Bank considering issuing its own crypto stablecoin as well. $1.5 trillion Deutsche Bank, and the reason why is simple, because we're going towards a stablecoin summer. The US Congress is expected to pass the stablecoin legislation by July, so next month, creating a clear and compliant path for stablecoin at scale. We expect to see multiple large financial institutions from banks, fintechs, and payment providers and platforms rapidly launch and support stablecoins. We recently saw that Apple, X, Airbnb, and Google are now apparently in early talks with crypto firms to explore stablecoin integration. It's huge news. Stablecoins are a very, very big thing, and I think Cas wants to do really, really well this cycle and catch it properly. It'll do well regardless. I'm still not worried about it, and they are, talking again. They're talking to USDC next week, so they are doing the right things. But if they want to really do well, ASAP, get the stablecoins on Casper, and you'll see adoption come through very, very quickly. Because the biggest issue, again, people don't like using exchanges. People don't like using, actual money to use stablecoins. And I want to say inside their community. So if Casper had native stablecoins, I'm sure the adoption would explode very quickly. What we see right now is identical to the previous Bitcoin explosive rallies. Low and dwindling volume combined with a rising price has 4 out of 4 created power what it runs in the past. And yeah, and again, that's also another very critical reason as to why I don't think we're at a double top here. Again, the YouTubers who are saying that, and I'm not, again, trying to spread FUD, it's not my intention here, but people who are saying that are either just trying to get a clickbait title to get views, or they don't completely understand how the markets really work. And again, I may be wrong about Ammo, I'll apologize for it. If it comes down, I'm wrong. But everything right now, all the signs suggest we're going to be going up, not down. In the short term, who knows? But in the medium to long term, we're going up. It's not a double top for me. Not at all. So those who are saying as such, maybe they're not as informed. That's how I perceive it. And again, the information that I have in my VIP group, again, I've covered some sources, some information here. The information I have in here has me utmost convinced that this is not a double top. And we're going to be going a hell of a lot higher this cycle and potentially further than that as well. So again, finding out more alongside Trace and much more, again, information down below in the description and on my homepage here as well. rob.com/coin factory. Did you hear about the community trying to do? Yeah, I have, and I'm going to be taking part in that as well. More or less around that time. Although again, I'm not sure what. I don't think I'm UTC. I think, what is that for me? 1 p.m. UTC to BST. It's 2 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to be preparing for my VIP thing. So I'll be doing. Just set up standing order really, and buy it at 2 p.m. if I can. And then get $5 worth of Casper. Yeah, terrible idea. I think you should do it. Yeah, the $5 thing is pointless and desperate. I mean, no one's saying anyone should do it. That's not the premise of it. And again, I have said I'm not going to do it every single time. I'm doing it this time because I do want to partake in the community to show our strength. I'm not going to do it every time, but I'm doing it this time. Definitely, because I think it'd be a nice thing to do. But I wouldn't say it's pointless per se. If you're just buying it and you're holding it in a cold storage wallet, there's no downside to it really. Unless Casper goes to zero, which chances are extremely slim, in my belief. Not financial advice. If you're just scooping up, if you're trading $5 Casper, then yeah, sure, that might be something else. If you're buying it and holding on exchange, then yeah, sure, maybe you're worried about it. If you're buying it and sending it to your Tangent wallet ASAP, there's no worry for it. Or even your Cashback wallets, where it's arguably a bit more safe than on an exchange. Arguably, although again, it should be cold storage anyways. Then there's nothing pointless about it, in my belief, because you're holding Casper. You're DCAing, therefore. I buy 50 Casper every day. Wow. Big up to you, Ronnie. Love to hear that, my man. Keep stacking the bag. Welcome back, Magnus, bro. You're doing very, very well, brother. Just waiting on the decks on Casper. Give me something. Yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I'm wanting to see what more's coming. I know Casper.com are getting more and more developments coming through right now. I know Zeta Swaps are building more as well. So hopefully see something very, very soon. With the AI I am building, I cross-reference my work with Grok. Grok keeps saying that I'm building isn't possible because of bottlenecks and latency and so on and forth on a traditional network. I clarified that it's going to run on the Capital 10 BPS network, leveraging the block DAG for computing power and LLM storage. All the things it was saying were correct. Casper solves the entire internet. Well, there you go. There you go. Cryptony doing the most, telling AI that you're wrong, and he has done it multiple times. I've seen it. Keep going, brother. I'm very much looking forward to what you're going to be bringing out. Very much looking forward to what you'll be bringing out. Look forward to it indeed. Igor's been very quiet. Yeah, they've been very, very quiet. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's... I say that I do know why. It's the resources they have, right? Igra, similar to Casper, they're a team of developers. They're not a team of marketers. The KEF, they've got developers behind them. You've got Chris Kang, you've got 5PB. You've got developers behind Casplex, but their team's actually more so about, resources about marketing. They're the ones that got market makers, They're getting stuff. They're the ones speaking to USDC Circle. Igra, while they have similar things, I'm sure, in the future as well, Igra are more about developing. So they're not so much public. And I wish they were a bit more public about what they're building right now. You could probably check out their GitHub, see what they're building on GitHub. All I know is that they did mention hopefully Q3 will see something. That's what I'm hoping for. How many people who say they have looked at Casper has really gone through the code? I mean, very, very few. Very, very few. I mean, truth be told, hold my hands up. I'm not going through the code for Casper. I'm not going to understand the code for Casper. But I've gone through the in-depth element of Casper to understand what it's trying to build, how big it's going to be. I don't need to know code for that. What's more questions? Wow, that's a lot of questions. Damn, love you people. Thank you very much for all of the nice, I'm assuming nice comments. There's a lot of them there. Let's go indeed, LB Crypto. Let's go, bro, indeed. I don't know how to go through the Casper code. Again, you don't need to go through the code. You don't really need to do it at all. Balance average on the wallet contains nearly 1 billion Casper coins is like under 10 cents. At what price may Binance want to list? Like list once Casper is 20 cents, then quickly 2 or 3 exit. It's a good question. Ultimately, but we have no idea. My sentiment right now is that maybe you'll see something after stablecoins are integrated onto Casper. Maybe you'll see it when the market starts to rally up again. I think Binance are definitely inclined to list Casper. They're already integrated. They have a mining pool. They have a futures contract. They're going to list it when we just don't know. I think the whole premise is, as you've seen, for example, Fartcoin got recently listed on Coinbase, and it did that, as every project does when they're listed, because they pay for a listing. Therefore, the exchanges don't care if the project does do this, because they got money for it anyways. Casper, these exchanges have to buy Casper themselves. They don't want to buy something out of their own pocket and it to do that. That'd be terrible for them. They want it to do that. So therefore, they're going to find, in their belief, with their, their resources, their researchers, their analysts, to find the optimal time when Casper's going through a lot of big developments and the market's looking really, really bullish, to list and send it doing that. That's what they're looking for. So that's what I'm waiting for. And they'll announce it, surprisingly, to drive more FOMO as well. You can store data on your own choosing onto Casper Network. I'm not entirely sure. I imagine that's a possibility in the future, if not already. You've been in crypto since 2017. I've been in crypto since 2017. I've seen it all and nothing compared to Casper. Casper the end game. I completely agree with you, Mayor Toffee. Again, I've been in crypto not as long, since 2020, so 5 years. I think end of 2019, early 2020. Experienced the last bull cycle. I made mistakes. I learned from that, and I learned a lot from that. And I learned the biggest part on how to do research. That's one of the big selling points of my VIP group, because one thing people struggle with in crypto was finding accurate and reliable information. People are so used to just seeing, if you go to XRP's community right now, you're seeing, all this stuff here, right? And this is Smoke. Smoke's actually a very good researcher. I do like his sources, but he's very much heavily on XRP. And while some of the stuff does have, backing with it, I feel like some of it's also just trying to sell a point, personally. And that can therefore fool people to get heavily into XRP as a result. But what I do look at is the information at hand. Like, I've covered information in this community, like again from Signum Bank, who confirmed that we're going to see quadrillions of dollars of transactions coming all into crypto in the future, because that's what Swift does already, and that's coming to crypto. That's coming to blockchain, ISO 20022. And Casper, with its ability with 10 bps and even then some, with soon to be 32 or 100 bps, Dag Knight, all that sort of stuff, Casper is most definitely, in my belief, the most innovative thing I've seen in finance, let alone ever. Again, this individual here, who apparently, and this is just, again, apparently, I'm not going through to see who the guy actually is, but apparently who used to be a patent examiner for the United States government, he recognized Casper as, the next biggest thing. The next biggest thing, and I pulled my some highlights here, like the wheel, like money, like the steam engine, like electrical power, like computer, like iPhone, like Bitcoin, Casper is in that same category. It's so innovative. And people who are going to realize that late. We're here early. And I can be, happy about it. How many capital let Mr. Mars out for just a weekend? Shit, I don't know. Well, actually, funnily enough, and I have not publicized it at all, really, because again, it's not something that I need to do so. But quite a while back, about a month ago, I think now maybe, as per requested by you fabulous people, you asked if I could create a Casper donor wallet. I have created one. It's down below also in the description if you want to donate Casper as opposed to anything else. And I'm not saying do so. Again, I'm not asking for money. I really don't. In fact, you should do what you want to do. You do. I don't care. I don't. I'm just highlighting it's there. So, in the joking sense, therefore, the Casper donor wallet could be used to help Mr. Mars get out for a weekend. I am joking. Mr. Mars is trapped forever. Don't do it. Nearly everything can be inscribed on. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, everything can be inscribed on a block. And I mean, if you think Kryptonian is a scammer DC, you're inclined to believe what you want to. I have no reason to believe that at all. He's been quite an integral part of the community so far, and equally, a lot of his so-called calls have been actually very, very, very accurate. Again, he was the man who did say that we're going to see something going wrong with the Ethereum Petra, and he was right. So he's got his sources, so he knows what he's talking about. And I remember you called him a scammer back then as well, saying it was a lie, and it came to fruition. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm highlighting again. I'm supporting while also deflecting at the same time. I think Kryptonian has definitely got his head screwed on, to say the very least. I'm trying to see any more questions real quick. Just trying to go through all of the back and forth real quick. Just give me a short moment, my people. Heck with the TA, just watch the M2 and global. I mean, yeah, again, you don't even need TA. Look at the fundamentals, look at the M2. That stuff as well can also let you know where the cycle should be heading to. Which again, it's suggesting we're going to be going up soon enough. If not, next week. And that would be insane. Would love Shai to be back. We all go through life experiences and we are family. Some conversations are okay to work out before you make out statements to the public community. I agree. People will disagree, I know, because a lot of people in my community do not like Shai, and that's perfectly fine. I think Shai is gravely misunderstood. And I do want Shai to come back one day. I'm expecting he probably will, especially if Casper to start to try and tackle the quantum thing, because Shai's expertise is quantum computing. He's a researcher, but his thing was in quantum computing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, PhD in quantum cryptography. So those who actually said he knows nothing about crypto, that's crazy to me. Because I remember that as well. People saying he knows nothing about crypto. The man has a PhD in quantum cryptography. Like, it's crazy to me, actually. Crazy to me indeed. While smart contracts be so much work to implement if a block is carrying the data already? I'm not very, tech wizardy. I'm sure maybe somebody already answered it for you. I'd imagine the reason why is because it's not just simple as to put in data. Like the data has the information, but it's not just code. It's code. It's not just data. You've got to put all the coding as well. Make sure the code is working and executable for the smart contracts as well. That's live on a blockchain. it's more than just, again, the data. There's a lot more to it as well. And also then making sure that the code, prevents any backdoors that could take place as well. There's a lot more that goes into it. That's the short way I could perceive it. There's a lot more that goes into it than just simply the data. We are not the top, indeed. We are nowhere near the top. Nowhere near the top, indeed. More questions going back. Casper makes a nice wedding gift. It does. It really, really does. Maybe I should give that to my mate as opposed to just the money I sent him instead. I might just take the money back and actually just give him it in Casper instead. Mr. Miles made a comment. But Mr. Miles comment. Oh, please tell me I did. There's so many questions right now. I'm just trying to skip through the ones that are, well, filter through, I should say. Filter through the ones that aren't directly a question. I can't find a woman to marry until Catherine Moons. Oh yeah, me and you both, my man. Let me know when you have any luck. Yeah, girls come later. Indeed, Bruce, you're completely right. Girls do come later. Next would be rich. I hope so, Bruce. I really do. Girls will come to take your Casper. Also very true. You get your Casper and they come to take your Casper. So make sure you protect both of them. Protect your lifestyle, protect your women, and also protect your Casper. Just again go through the question. Wait, what's up, Eldica? Hope you're doing very, very well. Jay's going to marry me when we both hit $20 million in Casper. Well, there you go. Erica and me are apparently already together. Fantastic. Welcome back. How are you doing? Very, very well this Saturday, this weekend, Erica. Contract and waiting 20 minutes for the contract to take 2 blocks, or yeah, that's going back and forth talking about Wing Hong and just Crypto having a conversation about the technicalities of transactions and whatnot, which I won't interrupt, shall I say. Welcome back, Falco Man. You're doing very well, brother. I think we're topping out at 4.55 trillion total market cap. It's not a bad thesis that I'll put Bitcoin in and around. Bitcoin right now is 60% of the total market cap. So if you have a 4.5 trill or 5 trill, let's just say 5 trill, round number, that put Bitcoin at around a 3 trill market cap, meaning a $150,000 price, which I don't think is unreasonable at all. Some are saying higher, some are saying lower. Most are saying higher. I think 130 to 150 is a good range for Bitcoin, and maybe we'll see it go higher. Again, we'll have to wait and see. And when that reaches the top, you then see the money talking to altcoins. Altcoins will go absolutely parabolic with the trillions of dollars of capital in crypto. And then from this year onwards, it's the beginning of the great wealth transfer. Trillions are going to come to crypto very, very quickly, and we're going to be here throughout it all, making some serious gains. Eventually, sure, we acknowledge the legitimacy of the small chart. I've been holding money since September 22. The project has given me high blood pressure. I'm sure it is, Erica, but keep stacking, keep holding strong. I promise, I can't promise that, but I'm very, very confident that your perseverance and your conviction will pay off soon enough. Volume is high because those others are on the main direction. That's also true, yeah. Volume for capital right now is only down to 32 billion, which is very low, but it's not got any tier ones. Well, I say that it has. It's got Kraken, Bybit, and BitGap. It's not got any major top 2, top 3 tier ones, which others do have, giving them an advantage. Do you know if there are any announced dates for one of the smart contract launch dates on the mainnet? Unfortunately, Jeff, I do not right now. I'm hoping we'll find something out very, very soon, but they're keeping their cards close to their chest right now, which is frustrating, of course, but, that's how they're going to run about it, how they're going to do it. Brian Armstrong and Kathy Woods, among others, have suggested that the entire crypto market could hit 20 trillion by 2030. After legislation's confirmation, hold your Casper, it will be your biggest regret. And I mean, again, truth be told, again, these people, Kathy Woods, Brian Armstrong, they could very well just again be trying to pump the markets higher and higher, but I do believe that we're going to see an insane transformation starting this year and then running up significantly from next year from there on as well. This could generally be the end of the typical 4-year cycle as well. We'll have to wait and see, of course. But yeah, I mean, if I sell my Caspa, it's going to be a small portion of it, and I'm DCing back into it again. I'm not ever going to be without Caspa. There's no doubt about it. Or if people start comparing Caspa PA to Bitcoin in 2013, I mean, if that's how you feel this, then go for it. But the way that it's perceived for many people is that Caspa is the most innovative thing since Bitcoin, especially when Dagonite comes out. Now, I'm not comparing. I don't compare PA. So people who compare PA, that's on to them. I don't compare PA. I compare technology, developments, utility. I'm not saying Caspa looked like Bitcoin in the early days. I'm saying Caspa is building something that's better than Bitcoin in the early days, and even now better than Bitcoin now. And you're going to see the adoption come through as a result. We are waiting so long for Caspa. We are really tired. I'm sure we all are, and people are going to sell as well, and that's fine. But patience. Good. The famous saying, "Good thing comes to those who wait." And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for things I can do. Caspa is my Bitcoin, as it should be, Bruce, as it should be indeed. Can you explain the difference between spot listing for Caspa and paired contracts like USDC on exchanges? Well, a spot listing is kind of that, right? So a spot listing, it's typically like you get like what MEXC, for example, has a spot listing. That's Cash USDT. The spot listing just means Caspa is not available on the platform, and spot listing means now you can buy it, not trade it. You can buy it. So the spot listing could also be a Cas USDC spot trading pair. Spot just means that it's available for you to buy. So the difference between the pair contract is just what stablecoin you can use. So MEXC, so for example, Bybit, again, Bybit, as you can see, Cas USDC, Bybit has a Cash USDC trading pair. It also, as you can see here, has a Cash USDT. So they're both spot listings for Caspa, just different stablecoin pairs. That's all it is. And then with Kraken has a spot listing for Caspa as well. But that's just USD. It's not even a stablecoin pair. It's just a dollar pair. It's just not even just dollar. You have to buy it with money. So you put your bank account details into Kraken, put money onto Kraken platform, and then buy Caspa there. Which is tedious. That's why the volume for Kraken is always so low. It's not a stablecoin pair. People in crypto tend to use stablecoins now. That's all it is. The spot just means it's now available to buy on the platform, and then the trading pairs is the trading pairs is a different sort of stablecoin or method of payment you have to use to get the project. Caspa's core devs too lazy. Better marketing would push Caspa. Yes and no. Too lazy? I disagree. Too lazy. They aren't. Their areas of expertise are developers. They aren't marketing experts. There's a difference. I would say Caspa's team is by far lazy. What they are building is way beyond my experience and expertise, and I with respect, imagine most of you as well. What they're building is so innovative that, again, what they're doing, you've got to understand, right? What Caspa devs are doing, there is zero blueprint for. It's not like someone says, "Oh, I'm going to go fly to the moon," after Neil Armstrong and NASA's already done it. It's trying to do it for the very first time. This block DAG thing, this 10 BPS hard fork, this Dagnite, this layer 1.5 element, this has never been done before. So they're slow, I agree with that, and their marketing's crap, I agree with that as well. But I wouldn't say lazy. I say they're going through a grueling process trying to actually make history. And it's not easy. Have anyone tried making history in this community, apart from probably Kryptoni? Hopefully you all have, and hopefully you all will. I mean, we're all going to be a part of history, I can say that much with Caspa. Marketing would push plus higher, I agree. It definitely would. But I'd rather them focus more on developing, and then the price gradually rise as a result for really good tech, as opposed to them pushing out marketing, and then, the development therefore falls off because they can't keep up with all the big developments they're trying to achieve because marketing's been their focus. They could definitely improve the marketing. It's not actually that hard. Their marketing's rubbish. So they could definitely improve it. But that's also why we are here. Not just me, you watching now, you else watching now, you watching on playback right now, the whole community for Caspa down here, these people here, everyone here. We are the people who are marketing Caspa. That's how it should be for a fair launch, proof of work, decentralized project. Wait for the launch smart contract and liquidity will come. I agree. Moonshot at the end of the year, also a good possibility. Bro, look, Raven coin, the old Raven coin. Yes, never heard of it. or it's not, recording in my brain. This one I'm guessing you're talking about, Raven, because that's the only one with actual market cap there. 177 on CMC. Volume is at 132 million, so it's higher than Casper. That sucks. 237 million market cap, so a very small project, down 4% since its founding. Did a nice rally in the last cycle, jumped to 23 cents, so it did quite a big multiplier there, like a 20x, give or take. Binance, all the big listings besides Coinbase, basically, from the looks of things, on a brief glance. What's it about? Digital peer-to-peer network. They aim to implement the use case of a specific blockchain designed to efficiently handle... Oh, no, I have heard of Ravencoin. I have. Built on a fork of the Bitcoin code. Okay, I have heard of Ravencoin, actually. I do remember this now. Named in reference to the TV show Game of Thrones. Well, fair enough to it. I mean, will it do anything this cycle? I personally wouldn't invest into Ravencoin on a very brief glance, just because of what it is and the project it is. I am confident, as Dr. Martin Heisberg stated, in the next 6 months, hundreds, if not thousands of projects are going to be bankrupt in crypto because they do not offer anything real, or they're just copycat something else. They're just not worth it. I'm not saying Ravencoin will be one of them, but I can say for confidence that Casper won't be one of them. So I'm going to go to the safe bets right now. Some micro caps, I'm not going to be so... last cycle, I was very much into the micro caps as well to make quick gains, and I'll probably do it a little bit this cycle, but not as likely. More so just go for the safer picks, ones that already have been stacking since the bear cycle. Yeah. Tio for making a wallet. Hey, you're welcome, madam. Again, I made the wallet as a request. I know, a long request, and I should have probably done it earlier because it was what you wanted, all of you wanted, and technically me then, disagree, or not, just not putting your guys' feelings first, and that's, or your desires first. Which, I mean, of course, I've got to do what's good for me, but yeah, I've got it there now, and if you want to donate, that's completely up to all of you. Completely up to all of you. I am not by any means asking for it, but it is there now, readily available for those who do decide they want to donate to help support the channel. What will be done with the donation wallet will vary. I did see that Casper Silver used the donation wallet to help fund the Casway project, I believe it was, or one of the initiatives trying to build on Casper, or I think it might be K Finance. I'm not sure which one it was, but he used the donation wallet to help fund them, and I think that's a fantastic idea. So whether it actually is used for a giveaway for the community or equally to help further bolster the Casper community, I am inclined to use this for the better as opposed for selfish gains. I know you're doing it for me, but again, it's meant to be our wallet. It's not my donor wallet, it's our wallet, so we choose what we do together. Yeah, no middleman, exactly. There you go. So, while you obviously can, send donations through YouTube or whatever it may be, or equally sign to the VIP server. Again, that's probably the best way, I'd say. The shameless plug, the VIP server, but that way, while you're, you're signing up, but at the same time, you're also actually getting more from it as well, as opposed to just giving me out of the goodness of your heart. You're getting more content from that as well. VIP is here as well as an option, but again, you've got options there. That's completely up to all of you if you want to take advantage of them or not. The higher Casper goes, the hotter the girls. Oh yeah, that is facts. That is straight up facts. Why is BNB like the best performing coin in the top 10? It's a good question. I don't actually know. I don't actually know why at all. Maybe they've got a big update coming out or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, BNB is BNB. I do use the BNB chain for the most part when I'm transacting stablecoins or transacting cryptos back and forth, because they have very, very small fees. Like minimal fees. On some platforms, they have no trading fees at all. Like if I was on MEXC and I was sending BNB from one exchange to another, they're zero trading fees sometimes. So I do actually like BNB for that factor. It's great. Or most is like 50 cents, which is also great. But Casper's going to be cheaper than that as well. So what's up, DD bro? You're doing very, very well, bro. Too late. You're late, but better late than never, my man. What's up, goes to you too, bro? Welcome back to the stream, my man. Thailand SEC announced it will block 5 crypto exchanges like OKC, Bit for stopping illegal crypto activity. Yeah, I mean, you're going to still see a bit of pushback from other governments to stop crypto. Ultimately, it's going to be their loss. You're going to see a lot of exchanges also go down as well that are doing things illicit. So you've got to make sure you're in the right places. I'm at work 17 hours and counting. Damn, keep grinding, Ghosty, man. Love to hear my man. Keep grinding, keep getting that bag, brother. The fact of the matter is that we have no idea if we're getting an alt season. Although it has happened every bull run, we're not necessarily guaranteeing an alt season every time. You're right. You're completely right, Banana Republic. I'm still believing we will get one. I'm sure we all believe we'll get one. But you're right. Ultimately, there's no confirmation as such. So we have to just wait and see. People need to get switched to mindset from this get-rich-quick mentality. I completely agree. Before I even go on to the next part of the point, yes, people need to get out of this mindset of get-rich-quick. Of course, there are elements of that still in crypto, with the meme market, with, again, leverage trading, which is stuff that I do partake in, and I do showcase my VIPs. And equally, the people who are signed to the BYDFI as well, I do that as well. But for the most part, that's for me to make extra capital, and that's with a very small amount of my bag that I'm willing to lose should it go wrong. Although, so for the most part, it's been fantastic, and I actually be able to put more of that money I've made through it into Casper. But the get-rich-quick mentality is fading more and more. Now it's about setting your future up with good plays. Get-rich-quick owes you nothing. Either sit and wait or sell, but stop crying because you choose what you hold. Completely right there, Lisa. So yes, shout out to you for that. How many developers are working on Casper? 2 million to count. You can probably find a list of all of them, but there are even some that probably haven't been named. There's 2 million to count. There's quite a good portion of them right now. Used to be a Raven Maxi, but after holding it for 2 years and not seeing even a website update, I dumped my 2 million coins. Well, there you go. There you go, exactly. Yeah, there's no way to know exactly. It's open source. 2 million to count. I want Michael Stompolinski to focus on work, not marketing. I also agree. And that's what they're doing right now. I was mining Raven way too long after it was not cost efficient. Well, again, thankfully all of you guys got out of it then. Anyone trying testnet on Zeal, Dex AMM, first Dex on Casper, full smooth? I have not tried it yet, Edwin, but I, again, do plan to probably test them out at some point in the future. If it's good, then, again, that's reassuring, because what we want to see is a really smooth release of this, Casplex Layer 2 and the Dex is coming out for it. I'm still inclined to use Cryptocom because I just, it's what I use first and I have complete faith in them. I like Zeal. I have no reason to not have faith in Zealous Swap, but, it's a new external team that's come in, right? As opposed to Cryptocom, which is like Christian Ludwig and, people who have been in the Casper community for quite some time, who I am more familiar with. They could also do me wrong. Again, I don't know for sure, but I'm more confident in those people, at least for the time being. That's me personally. But I'll definitely give everything a go and see which one's the best platform to use, and I'll make my preference from there. People need to understand if Casper came out in 2017, it'd already be $4 or $5 based on what it offers. Today, buying investors are way more savvy about crypto. I'm waiting for the results first. Yeah. Again, Casper could have come out in 2018, remember? Shai did mention that Casper could come out in 2018, but they delayed it for 3 years because they wanted to make sure it was more ready. And he did. And Casper did fantastic in that bear cycle, catching up to all the missed price movement, if you will. Now it's done terribly, quote-unquote terribly, to the community, and people are frustrated. But what Casper offers is too innovative to ignore. People are ignoring it, but only for so long. I will tell you something. Here are the future crypto elites. I completely agree. We are definitely the future elites. And you too, Mina, welcome back to the stream. Happy to catch you live. Hey, better late than never once again. I hope you have a great weekend so far. With that all being said, though, thank you all for joining once more. That'll be it for today's Casper and Crypto live stream. If you enjoyed the content, as always, leave a like, share, subscribe. We've got 42 likes. If we can make 50 likes, that'd be absolutely nuts. Thank you all for tuning in once again. If you're talking about crypto and Casper, check out the physical server, equally the VIP as well. Also, the BYDFI affiliate links to sign up, to trade, to get a 17% discount trading account, amongst many more benefits as well. If you sign up, definitely let me know, and I'll be able to get you some 1 month free access to the VIP as well. Have a great day, good evening, good night. Smash that like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Casper the silver as Bitcoin is gold. Used to buy, exchange for the future fiat. Will be dead on the future. Completely agree, Benjamin. Casper is the future of finance, peer-to-peer electronic currency. As stated here, it is structured discovery. It's a new kind of system. It's a new type of invention. Have a great day, people, my family, and I will see you all in the next